and welcome to another episode of my photography vlog. And today I'd like to do something different, to have a couple of moments to spare before I meet up with the rest of the guys that I'm on this workshop. And I've been asked on a number of occasions with different people in comments and such like that about the equipment that I'd use. So I said I'd take the opportunity to do my first ever really what's in my bag video. So I'll go through the different items that I have here and why I use them and why I find them beneficial to my photography. And I hope that you can get something useful from this, and that you enjoy just me sharing the different items that I would have. So I'll start, I suppose, really with one of the first things that I have is my main body tripod. So this is a GITZO. It's a 2450 6X Mountaineer. And it's a very, very good tripod because it's nice and lightweight. It's very, very sturdy. For removing on the legs, it's quite straightforward as well. And I've yet to have an issue with this tripod. It's been really, really good. On top of this, I have a Manfrotto ball head. It is a magnesium ball head, and it's quite good. I've seen and I've used other ones that have been quite big. They're heavy and they can add more to the weight, but I'm more conscious on trying to find items that are both useful but also not extremely heavy. And then the plate that I have on this here is an Arca Swiss plate, and that allows me to be able to connect on my L bracket, which is on my camera, and I'll go through more of that in a moment. So this is the tripod that I would use. The bag that I have is a Manfrotto. It's a 3-in-1 36. It's a very good bag. It allows me to get quite a lot into the bag, and it has some very, very useful features. I have some side compartments here, and in this compartment I have some lens wipes, and then on the other side I have another compartment, and in that I keep a shower cap. Anytime I stay in a hotel, I always pick up a little shower cap because it's great to be able to cover the camera. If you're ever out and it starts to rain or it's misty or anything like that, you can pop that over the camera. It keeps it nice and dry, and then when you want to take your shot, you just remove it and you can take your shot. On the other side here, I have a waterproof jacket. So it folds up nice and small, and it just sits, and it's always in my bag. It's never a major issue in case I need it if I'm caught out in rain. And on the other side here, I have a pair of waterproof trousers. So these, again, for the same reason, they sit in my bag in case I ever need them. There's never any issues there. Okay, in the front, I have a lens cleaning pen, which is quite handy in case there's any dirt or dust or anything like that that can get on the lens. It has two things. It has a cleaner here, which will give you from a precise clean point of view. And then you have a brush, which pops in and out here as well. It's done by Lens Pen, and it's something which I've had for a long time. It's quite good. Here I have my Life Systems Expedition insect repellent. So in the summertime, midges can be a big problem from a photography point of view because they're simply out in the morning and in the evenings, or if you're close to a lake shore or anything like that, and I would really swear by this. It's quite good. And then here I have a high power torch. So as you can see here, it gives me some great light, and it also as well I can change in case it wants to be a spotlight or a broad spread. Okay. On the next over here, I have, like I said, from the midge's point of view, this is a midge head net, and it's actually quite good. I've used it on a number of occasions because in the summer, like I say, or even in the spring and in the autumn as well, it can be quite tedious when you're trying to take shots and you get these midges that are rolling all over your hands and your face and stuff like that. So this will cover my entire head and down to my neck, so I don't get any issue in regards to that. Okay. Another item I like, I suppose, in regards to this bag is that I've got some side pockets here, so I can open this up and I get quick access. So I've got quick access right here to, this is my drone, this is my Mavic, and I purchased these because they're a little modular unit. My Mavic can fold up inside in this here, and I never have any issues with it then because it just sits in my bag. It's not going to get caught with anything at all, and anytime I need it, it's just very simple. Take it out of the bag, have it ready in an instant, and I'm ready to fly. And again, that side pocket there gives me good access into that. Here, again, similar thing, spare battery for the drone. And then as well here, I have the third aspect of this, which is my controller. So my controller then as well sits inside here, and I've just realized I've left it on, so it's good that I've taken it out because obviously I need the battery. So I'm going to pop this back in here. That sits there, and again I've got full access into a separate compartment that's in this bag here. Okay. I have another compartment over here. So very similar to the other example, I can get quick access in here, and this is then if I want to take out my long lens. So I have the Canon 70-200, it's the f4. I did toy with the idea of getting the 2.8, but it's quite a considerably heavier lens. But this lens is really, really good, from a 70mm right up to 200mm, and I've used it on a number of occasions just to take any shots from a landscape point of view. But it's great if you want to pick out some details as well out of a bigger scene. It's quite good for that. And because it's the L series lens, it is a quite sharp. It's actually a very, very good lens. Okay, and again, that pops back in here. So from the side of the bag, I've got access into anything that I need without actually ever opening the bag itself. Okay, so now moving on to open the bag. So this bag here can zip down the whole way, and I can fold across here. I've got a compartment where I keep all of my spare batteries for my main body of my camera. Then I've got the body of the camera as well itself, and I'm using a Canon 60. I have a 16-35 f4 IS lens. I use the Lee filter caps as well because they're great, because I don't need to change the rings. I've got the ring on my big lens, a ring on this lens as well, so there's never any issue in having to fuffle around and try and change off lens rings and stuff like that. And I've got an L bracket then as well, which I've recently purchased, and it's something that's been quite good, because with the plate, instead of me having to drop down the camera and it be at an imbalance, I can just take the camera off and place it directly on top. And also from a panoramic point of view, it's good because when you drop the camera down, you're not off exactly on center, so you're off of center. So when you do your pan, you can actually have distortion, and you may not end up with a level a horizon. Okay, here I have my GoPro, and it's on a egg timer. So I basically just use this egg timer here, set it up, and it can record. And then what it does is it gives a panning motion as well, so you can get a time lapse, and it doesn't just stay static, it'll pan across the scene itself. It's on a timer as well, so I can set it, and then once it goes off, once I know, it'll give me an audible tone, which is quite good, and I use that quite a lot. Plus I have the GoPro waterproof case on it as well, so in case it ever does rain, I don't have to get worry about getting wet. Okay, here is a waterproof, comes with the bag actually, but it's a waterproof cover, so it just folds down nice and small. It sits inside in the bag in case I've ever got any issue. I can just cover the bag very, very quickly, again, if I get caught out in rain. I also have a Tokina 11-16 2.8 lens that I use for Astro, and it's a really, really good lens. I've taken it out of the bag, but it's with me on this trip, but it's actually a very, very good lens. Okay, the next thing that I have is, this is a power bank. I think it's a 5,000 milliamp power bank. And again, I have another 5,000 milliamp power bank here as well. So that gives me the opportunity to be able to charge my devices on the go in case I'm out for a full day or I've got no access to get any power. Then within the bag as well itself, it has a nice compartment that you can put all of your cables and stuff like that in. So I have here is my basic remote release. It's by Hanel, and that connects into the side of the camera, and it allows me to be able to take a shot without actually ever touching the camera. Another item that I got recently, which I actually find very, very good, again by Hanel, is a Capture Pro. And this is really good because I'm not restricted now by cables. So I can go up as far as 100 meters away, and it's really good to be able to take a shot if I want to do any selfies, or if I wanted to take a shot that I'm further away from the camera than I need to be. It's really, really good. I'd swear by that. I have a Manfrotto light, so I use this in case the light is fading for when I'm vlogging. It gives me a nice warm tone as well, so it's not going to blow out the video image and such like that. standard iPhone cable, which can go into my power bank so that I can charge my phone when I'm out and about, because I do use the phone when I am recording with the drone. And here I have a leaf filter pouch, and within that leaf filter pouch it holds everything that I need. So I've got my foundation kit, I've got various ND grads, both soft and medium. I use the Lee little stopper, which gives you 6 stops of extra light. I use the Lee big stopper, which gives you 10 stops of extra light. And I also then as well have the Lee polarizer, which I've used on a number of occasions and explained why I use that on previous videos. The final thing then that I have in this here is my cleaning cloth, which is something I swear by, because you're always going to have some sort of mist, like I had this morning actually when I was shooting, or if you're at the coast you'll get sea mist and such like that. So it is always handy to have a cloth or cloth or two with you when you're out shooting. Okay, within the bag then everything here sits nicely, it's all well protected, and I pop everything back in like so. And I just want to grab my battery. So all of that just pops back in here, and then I can zip it up quite easily. And with this bag then as well, because the way that the zips are done, I can just open the top of the bag and I've got quick access in case I need to get my camera out, and I don't have to open the rest of the bag or anything like that, and that's quite good. Another item that I have always with me is a very, very small tripod. Again, it's perfect if I want to put the vlogging camera down somewhere instead of setting up the main tripod. And finally, within the bag here, you've got a compartment at the back, and I use that to keep spare cloths. I have one set of gloves, which are a lightweight pair of gloves, and then I also have a neoprene set of gloves as well in case it's really, really cold, and I find those quite helpful. And then the last thing that's in here is a cover for the controller for my Mavic. So if I am flying the Mavic and there's harsh sunlight, it's quite hard to see the screen. So you just pop this over and it blocks all the sunlight, and you can see the screen with ease so that you know exactly what you're doing. The last thing then that I have is what I'm recording on at the moment. So I have a Canon G7X Mark II, which is really, really good camera. Since I've moved to it, I don't think I'll ever look back. That's on a Manfrotto 190 carbon fiber tripod. It was the original tripod that I had before I got the GITZO, and it's a really good tripod as well. And then the last part is what I'm using right here is a Zoom H1. It's an audio recorder. It does studio quality. I've got my lav mic, and I also then as well have the wind shield, so in case I'm by the sea or it's heavy wind or anything like that, so at least my audio can be clear. So quite a lot of items that I carry with me, but again I use them pretty much nearly on every shoot at some point, particularly with the weather in Ireland. Even though I'm in Snowdonia at the moment, we've got beautiful weather, but in Ireland I use the rain covers quite often. But the beauty of this is with this bag, I've got everything that I need, just pops onto my back. It's not overly heavy. I can go hiking, we can go for long walks or anything like that. And with the tripod as well, it has a very nice feature. So I can catch this main tripod and it pops down through the center here. And I've got this little strap which I can pop on here. That comes through, and then I just basically tighten in the tripod from there. So that's everything in my bag. My first, I suppose, episode or my first video of what's in my bag 2018. I hope you did enjoy it. I have links to all of the items that I have below here. They are affiliate links, so if you look at the link and you purchase one of the items that I have here, I get a very, very small amount of money from Amazon, so every part of it helps. So if you are looking for any of the equipment that's here, please do use the links that are below. So thanks very much for watching this. If you have any comments or questions or anything like that, please do ask them below. And as always, hit that subscribe button. And until the next time, it's long before.